All right, guys, it's Ms. Moylan. We are going to fill out the Unit 5 review together. I'm going to do 1 point for each of the objects, and then you guys are going to fill in the rest. So for this first one on the front, we want to figure out the pre-image points. So I'm going to do D, and then you guys can do E and F. So letter D starts at -1, 6, and ends at +6, 1. So you do the other points and then come back to the video. So pause it, find the coordinates of the other points, and then come on back. After you've got all the points, you should see that the shape was rotated 90 degrees clockwise. 90 degrees clockwise. And if you had patty paper, you could see that before you even looked at the points. What happened to the points is we started with XY, and then we transformed where they switched places, and the X became the opposite. So when -1 came over to the other side of the ordered pair, it was the opposite of where it started. That does not mean negative, that means opposite. Next one is a Pythagorean theorem question. So you're going to find the missing side and the perimeter of the triangle. Don't forget to label A, B, and C and write your formula. Okay, and then from there, you're going to use the Pythagorean theorem to figure out C, and then you're going to have to add together A plus B plus C to get the perimeter. So pause the video and work on that. On this next one, same thing. I'm going to do one of the points. You guys do the rest. We have got C, point B, point A. Obviously, there's 4 points, but you really only have to do 3. I'll do point C. So we started at -2, 1, and then we ended at +3, -1. You guys do point B and point A. Pause the video and then come on back. And after you've got all your points done, you'll see the shape moved 5 spaces to the right, and it moved 2 spaces down. So when we look at that rule, on the X, it moves 5 spaces to the right, so that's X plus 5. And on the Y, it moved 2 spaces down, so that's Y minus 2. The next one is an example of a dilation. Again, I'll do 1 point, you do the others. This is A, this is B, this is C. I'll do A. A started at 2, 4. Remember, you're looking for that little tick mark. So this smaller image is after it's been transformed. This larger image is where it started. So it started at 2, 4, and it ended at 1, 2. So pause the video, do points B and point C, and then come on back. Once you've done all the points, you can see that the image shrunk to half its size. It shrunk to half of its size. And so what that looks like is half of X, 1/2 times X, and 1/2 times Y. So that's your dilation. On the next one, we've got X, Y, and Z. I'll do X, you do Y and Z. So X started at 3, -3, and ended at -3, -3. So pause the video, do points Y and Z, and then come on back. Once you get back and you see your points, you'll see the shape was reflected on the y-axis. Reflected on the y-axis. Okay? So we started with X and Y, and after the transformation, the X was the opposite, and the Y was exactly the same. So opposite X, same Y. And then on this last one, you're looking for the missing side. Don't forget, label it A, B, C, and then use your theorem to figure out A. Okay? Once you're done with all of that. You're working on the back page of this. I want you to do this on your own. Okay, and then come see me and I will check the rest.